Hello my friend, it's Tony T here, author of The Happiness Journal, and welcome to my channel, Transform Your Life. I hope you're having a great day and that watching this video may make it a little bit better. So, as you know, I am a massive advocate of journaling and it has so many benefits, and recently I've made a couple of journaling related videos, and I've also started a series where I ask you a journal question for you to think and write about every Sunday. So I was thinking about all the different types of journaling that are out there and the different types of journaling that I do or have done in the past. And I've written a few journals myself, partly for me, but also to help other people in their journaling journey. So with that, I decided to make a video about the different types of journaling and the various ways in which you can do it. And I'm sure there are plenty more than the 15 that I'm going to cover in this video. And if you think of any more, then please let me know in the comments below. But these are some of the most popular or most common, and to be honest, there'll probably be a couple of ones you might not ever have thought about. So some of these may be familiar to you, but either way, I hope that it either inspires you to do something different or to start something in a new way. So let's get to it. Number 1, bullet journaling. Now, this is certainly not something that is common or popular in the UK, and to be honest, most people here have never heard of it, but it's an analog system to help you plan and track your life. There are various ways that you can do this, either by setting up how you want it in your blank journal and doing it yourself, or you can buy one that's already got the different themes and the settings pre-populated, so it will have things like your dates, times, trackers, things that you need to focus on, and that can be whatever it is that you really choose. And there are a lot of those that are available out there already. So that's number 1. Number 2, goal trackers. This is very similar in a sense because it's a way to increase your productivity and your happiness. You can use it to organize your life and set yourself some goals and some steps along the way, and to make sure that you're achieving them. It will help you to prioritize what's important, to make sure that you get the stuff done that you need to do in the quickest possible time frame. And once you've populated it and put in all of the checkers and the markers of what you want, it's a great resource that will help you to never forget dates and events. In a way, it's like having a second memory, which, to be honest, right now I could definitely use myself. Number 3, happiness journaling. This is actually one of the books that I've created to make sure that I was focusing on the things that make me happy. There's a page a day just to write about whatever happiness I encountered in my life on that day. And the interesting thing about this is that the more that you do it, the more you find that you have to be happy about, because you are both consciously and unconsciously looking out for things all of the time that you might not necessarily have been aware of. It also will help you to focus on some of the smaller things. It's not necessarily the big stuff like, yes, I won the lottery. It can be something as simple as a pretty flower that you saw, or the sun coming out from behind the clouds. Whatever it was, there will be something in your day that will make you happy. And also as well, there are some affirmations and quotes to help you as prompts if you feel a little bit stuck. Number 4, gratitude journaling. Again, this is a very popular style of writing, and it's very similar to the happiness journal in the sense that it helps you to focus on things that you're grateful for. And again, the more gratitude that you feel in your life, the more grateful you are for things, and the more grateful you find that you are for the smaller stuff. And this, I find, is a really great way to manage depression. It helps to manage anxiety, because the more you're truly grateful for, what could you possibly be anxious about? Because a true sense of gratitude, you would even be grateful for that anxiety, because it's generating a feeling in you, and it's bringing something about your personality to the foreground. So again, that's something for you to focus on, even if it's what could potentially be on the surface something negative. So again, there's lots of journals out there that have prompts in there for you that are already written, but again, you can just use a simple notepad on a daily basis just to write down. It could be just one thing that you were grateful for, and you could explore that in greater detail, or it could just be keeping a list of things on a daily basis. Number 5, guided journals. And again, there are many forms of guided journals out there. One of my first ones was called the My 365 journal, and this was a daily guided journal with 3 or 4 different sections in it to help keep it really, really easy for people. So it would have at the beginning of the week, it would have your goal for the week, it would have a thought of the day every day, so that's a small section, and then maybe 1 or 2 other little prompts in there, which could be about affirmations, it could be about quotes, it could be prayers, it could be intentions, all sorts of things. And this is especially good for people who are new to journaling, because you can't really go wrong, because the prompts don't give you that much space where you have to overly think. And that's a great way of getting into the practice of journaling. Number 6, dream journaling. This can be a really fun way to record your dreams and to learn and interpret what they mean. However, this is one of those things that you will have to learn to do really, really quickly as soon as you wake up, because as I'm sure you know, it doesn't take long for your dream to fade. But like most things, it's just a case of doing it on a regular basis, and the more you do it, the easier it will get. But dream journaling can be a really fun way of understanding what's going on for you. One of the things that I would suggest about dream journaling is it's likely to be a representation of something that's currently going on in your life, or a feeling that you have. You might be feeling really sad, or you might be anxious about something, and that will show up somehow in your dream. And also as well, sometimes how you feel when you wake up after the dream. You might feel elated, you might feel anxious, you might feel nervous. So it's important to keep a note of that, because that can indicate some context of what the dream was about. Number 7, list journaling. This is not only easy, but it's fun, because list journaling doesn't require too much thinking on a deeper level. It's just a case of keeping a list. Again, you can write your own on a daily basis, and there are plenty of books out there that already have the lists in there, and you just need to fill it out. And that could be things from your happiest childhood memories to a list of your favorite film and music, a shopping list, what you keep in your bag, any kind of stuff. So again, it's not necessarily anything that's particularly deep or difficult to write about. So that can be fun. Number 8, prayer journaling. You can do this in a variety of ways, whether you're writing down your own prayers that you make yourself, or whether you're copying them out from whichever kind of scriptures and stuff that you like. Either way, it doesn't really matter, but it can be a really fun way of kind of keeping those devotionals for yourself, and also connecting to your spirituality. Number 9, again, this is prayer journaling, but with a creative twist to it. I've seen some prayer journals out there that allow you to colour them in, so they've got different scriptures and stuff like that you can just colour in. So it's a very therapeutic way of connecting to the prayers and stuff like that. And again, I think this could be a really fun way of making a scrapbook and keeping all of those things together. Number 10, a quote journal. This is really simple. It's just something along the lines of writing down whatever quote you find that really touches you, means something to you, or inspires you in some way. And again, you can write about what that means for you. Why does it inspire you? What does it make you want to do? Again, really simple, very easy, and something that you can just do in a plain notebook. Number 11, ideas journaling. This is something I do all the time, and I've got tons of books from years and years ago where I keep ideas of all different sorts of things. And again, it can be very random, or it can be very specific. So you can have headers on the pages of different types of categories that you want to keep your ideas about. And again, I think this is also a great way for you to be able to develop and explore your creativity. So you can do that in a variety of ways. Number 12, photo journaling. This is something that isn't, I don't think, that popular, but I think it's a really interesting way of beginning using a journal. So you either take a picture or a photograph that inspires you or means something to you, and you stick that in the book, and then you write about how you feel about that, what it means. It could be a picture from your childhood, so you're writing about a memory of a particular time. It could be a photograph of a loved one, either that's maybe passed away or that's still in your life, a friend. It could be about a trip that you've had, a holiday, or it could even be just something as simple as the really great hamburger that you had, and you just want to remember what that felt like. So again, there are really no limits to what you do with this, and I don't think there are any books that I've seen out there. So this is something that you can be really creative with, make your own, and make it very, very personal. Number 13, poetry journaling. Like several of the different styles of journaling already mentioned, there are various ways in which you can do this. It could be from copying out poems that you love or that you've read, or to writing your own and exploring what they mean for you. Perhaps instead of just writing about what happened in your day, you could make a poem of it. So if you was at work and your boss really upset you or annoyed you, or you did something wrong, you can, instead of writing about what happened in a literal sense, perhaps you could write a poem about it, and perhaps a little summary so that you know what happened on that particular day. Again, there are no restrictions in how you do this. Number 14, diet and fitness journaling. This is a really great way of keeping a track of your health and your diet and your fitness. You can use it as a form of a tracker. You can use it to write down your motivation. You can put quotes in there. It's also really good if you are an emotional eater, and you can, instead of, when you're feeling like you want to go and eat but not physically hungry, you can write down how you're feeling and why do you want to eat and what actually will that accomplish for you. And that's a great way of keeping a check of yourself. So again, that can be very, very therapeutic. It's also very illuminating to help you figure out where you maybe have gone wrong in the past, but also to keep you on track for where you are now. And lastly, number 15, stream of consciousness journaling. This is fun. I've done this quite a few times, and it's simply a case of you sitting down with a pen or your laptop or your phone, and you just literally write down whatever thoughts come to your mind, and do that as fast as you possibly can without any form of filtering, which I know is a little bit hard, or censoring what you're thinking. You just write down your thoughts as they come, and it's really interesting how random and bizarre that can often be. But again, that can be very therapeutic and enlightening, because you can sit back and think, why was I thinking that? Why did I have those random thoughts? Why was I so focused on one thing 1 minute and the next minute I'm thinking about a cat across the street? It can be very, very bizarre, trust me, but it's also a lot of fun. So there are 15 ways in which that you can keep a journal outside of your typical form of journaling that most people are aware of. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspired you in some way. And I hope that you'll try and do something a little bit different, or maybe start something in a new way. And if there's a specific style of journaling that you would like me to focus on or do a particular video for, then let me know and I'll see if I can do that for you. And don't forget, there are links to some of the types of journals in the pinned post below that you'll be able to find on Amazon quite easily. So I hope you have a good day, my friend, and happy journaling. And remember, never give up, never give in, because you are amazing. Much love, my friend. Tony T.